Yeah, hopefully that hopefully the CTDs will be fixing the 1.1 update. They say it's supposed to be, but yeah, never know. Never know. So once again, we're heading back up 25,000 feet, 280, and still it should be a quick flight to Florida. So hopefully no more CTDs. More bad 717. Bad. But I mean, they make it pretty quick to get back up and going. It's just frustrating, you know, especially it doesn't happen when you're like just starting up. Well, it does sometimes, but it doesn't happen when like you're just starting up or anything. It happens when you're like you're mid freaking way. You're about to start descent, and all of a sudden, you know, freezes. You know, then you get that dreaded P3D whatever stuff working, and you're like, oh my gosh. So it's aggravating, but it's part of the game, fortunately. I'm sure those of us who have been in this been in this hobby long enough knows and understands. And honestly, I mean, any PC game for that matter, I mean, when things don't line up just right, well, I know what happens. So, I mean, but, you know, like I said, nevertheless, it should be like a freaking, what, maybe like 25, 30 minutes. Right up there at 280 almost. Once we get up to cruising altitude, she'll line out. I mean, heck, we're going almost Mach 0.80, so. But it seemed to have happened like when I went to flight management computer. Kind of odd. So you turn on those floods. Quick. There we go. I mean, I don't know what they did, but the freaking flood lighting is just like, it's just sexy. It really is. Overhead, kind of. Personally, I kind of like it dark as possible. That's just me. But those of you just jumping in or been jumping in and out, welcome. I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. Completely out of my control, trust me. Hopefully she'll behave this time and can actually complete a flight today, like seriously. Not asking for much. I'm not asking for like a 2-3 hour flight. One good 45-minute flight. And I be happy. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's really been the only CTD I've had with this aircraft since a while actually. So that was odd. Like I mean, like for example, the FSLabs A320. I'll normally get CTDs on like the first few minutes. Like as soon as it loads up, they'll crash, and then I gotta reload it again, and it's fine for forever. I don't know. Really, really strange. Alrighty. Yeah, we're only like 60 miles from my top of descent, so yeah. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. But yeah, the whole true glass concept is actually fairly interesting because apparently they're selling it to other developers as well. And from what I've been reading on the forums, it's not cheap going to developers, so I'm sure the outfits who do decide to purchase it, and it's going to be some fairly significant add-ons they're going to be implementing it on, which I hear that the technology is also going to be implemented in the Leonardo Designs or whatever his name is, the MD-80, that's MD-83, I believe that's going to be released fairly soon. So that's going to be just freaking phenomenal to have an MD-83 with, you know, an updated MD-83 that is with that technology on it. That's going to be just amazing. But I mean, they say it's not resource heavy, but All right, guys, we are back. Yeah, yeah, we're just going to put her to bed tonight because, yeah. So we're in the, you guessed it, the Airbus. I'll have to change up the name here accordingly. But so I'll go ahead and get everything started and get pushed back. See how quick we can get this rolling. Close that out. Brief. Edit this. Three different times we tried it and she just was not cooperating. So I don't know, maybe it's just a combination of everything I'm running or what, but we're about to try it in another aircraft and see if we get the same results. Same everything, same configuration, just a different aircraft. So we shall see. Working on the flight plan now. You guys aren't seeing that at the moment. Trying to be as expeditious as possible. The AP. I'm at it. And let's see. And instead of manually inputting it like we did on the 717, we're just going to do just going to utilize this import feature on this aircraft and drag and drop her right in there. But she took it. There's our flight plan. Although we're not going to do 36,000. Alrighty. Good. I do like the fact that everything, I prefer aircraft where like all the weight and balance and all that fun stuff is actually done in the sim versus having to use an external manager. Just makes things a little easier. Makes things just a little easier. All right, so 14,000 for fuel weight, 29. So try to do the best I can to match that. I hate carrying so much weight in front, so we'll try to move that to the rear. Probably carry a few more. More passengers. 2, 6. Right here, give us a 29. And see our fuel load to be 14,000. Fuel. Yep, I can type. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. Right, so really, since everything is already inputted, or everything is already imported, be good to go. But sure. All right. Okay. All right. So go ahead and add 20,000. And you don't have to get like a request to push or anything. We'll just at least get a some tower. Let's see. Thankfully, the Airbus is like all automated, so a lot of the flows and all that fun stuff, everything is operation of the pumps and things like that. Everything is fairly pretty much turnkey. So going to the left. Left. Nope. Jump over here to our performance page. Actually, no, gotta go through initialization first. Did I get all that? I think I did. Verify those numbers. 129. Nope. 29.4 / oh yeah, so parking brake on and turn off GPU and take the chocks away. Alright, 4 / 32.5. Alright, my fuel 14.1. That's done. Head to my perf page. One, and we'll probably do a flex takeoff, so throw 54 in there. Bam, bam. Parking brakes. Right. Sure we're clear on the right. And she's all automated, so let's let her do her thing. But yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. I mean, like I said, it could be just the fact that I'm trying to stream and do 800 things at the same time, and she just doesn't play well. We don't know. So, all right, let's got that quick start up there. So make sure we're clear on the left. Can't see crap anyway, but whatever. So go ahead and start that number 1. I have no idea what that is. All right, parking brake set.
That's it. That I can't get it. That's it.
All right, sorry. Turn this guy on. Brakes. And arm our weather radar. Flaps. There, takeoff trim. Bleeds off. APU master switch off. All right, so now we can go finally. All right, taxi light on. This guy off. Center myself. All right, brake off. Let's heck out of here. Yeah, it's like so aggravating though, because I really enjoy that 717. It's like you want it to work, but you know, I'm a type of person. I'll give it 2 tries, and after that, it's like, yeah, we're spending some out. Like I said, it could be because I'm streaming, and you know, could be a service conflicting with OBS. You know, just there's like 8,000 different variables that that could lead to that. So probably try her again here in a later date. Probably by the time I get back, 1.1 will have released. So till then, you know, got the FSLabs A320. Or I overshot the crap out of that. And this guy here also, I got a fairly significant patch that released a couple weeks ago. And fixed a lot of little hiccups. All right, go ahead and do our takeoff configuration check. A little bit of power, pick up some speed here. And if you're taking note of the cabin lights on the ground, I'll show you something here once we get in the air. All right, it's got the cabin ready notification down there. I mean, it's just the little things that that tickles me to death about this thing. We'll see if this one explodes, and if it does, it's probably gonna be OBS, and I'll probably have to update it and things like that. So I'll probably call it quits. Third strike, I think I'll call it quits at that point. So we shall see. Same route and everything, so we're not. not deviating too terribly much. All right. Our takeoff clearance there. Be taking off on 9er left. We'll be departing to the southeast. Before making that turn southwest, heading towards Pensacola for the third time. I don't know, and I highly doubt an Airbus A320 goes into there, but you know what? It's going to go there tonight. It's going to go there tonight. Alrighty. Take off. And find the air go. Takeoff power finally set. Climb, you're up. Rolls just right. There we go. I mean, it helps when they're calibrated as well. A little bit. Trying to stay in line with that flight director. All right, it's passing 9,000 feet. All right, got 10,000 feet right there, and turn on the autopilot and directing landing lights there, and seatbelt signs off. And me personally, I normally go ahead and try to dim the floodlights a little bit, like as dark as possible, for me at least. All right, it's like we making that turn to the southwest there. And one cool feature I love about this, I mean, it's, I don't know, like, I love how everything's just kind of like built in. We'll go ahead and we'll do a weather request, and we'll do Kilo Papa November Sierra. Dial that in there. We'll send a request. In a few moments here, we'll get a little notification here, company message. So we'll come back here, return, and check our received messages. And bam, we got weather for Pensacola. So right now, the winds are coming straight out of the east at 7 knots. Visibility not, yeah, looks like it's starting to. We do have a 900-foot ceiling still. Overcast at 1600, so. But at the airport elevation is 9 statute miles, so not too bad. But of course, once we get closer, we'll get some more weather for sure. But yes, super feature, super cool feature. I wish. No, you kind of hate to be like, well, I can't, you know. I wish this would do that, but yeah, I kind of wish more aircraft would do that. Makes life so much easier. Let's see here. I know there's another flood. I think it's this one here. Wait for my mouse to change to it. Somewhere under here. Go ahead and turn on my dome. There we go. Turn that down. There we go. So kind of like as dark as possible. Right, yeah, turn that one down as well. All right, we're 18,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and change that to standard pressure. While we're doing this, we'll jump into our flight plan page and see. Go ahead and change this up. Right now, it's just wanting to do the VR VR approach for one runway 8, but I guess it's 7. How was 7 not crosswind? And actually, like a 6.5, 5, 6.5. About 5.5, 6 not crosswind. So we'll go ahead and do ILS 17. Then what we'll do, we'll preview it. Zoom out here. Yeah, hit there, start descent. And yeah. We'll come right at a base leg. Fine. Ah. That blaster's still on. Last time, let's see, unless it's not. Boarding music, no, AMI. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Maybe it was me, but I could have swore they turned themselves off on my last flight I had with it. I don't know. Could be wrong. Kind of more curious to see if this thing else, see if this thing's gonna freeze up on me again. I mean, really, the only issue that I've had with this thing is, you know, periodically, and it might be my configuration. Periodically, when it's, you know, first selected in the aircraft menu, load it up, and it'll crash. But like I said, I'll reload it and have not one problem with it. So, kind of leads me to believe that it's probably my setup. All right, coming out 25,000 feet there. Update my description. And what I'll do, I don't think I'm going to edit that. I'm actually going to leave it there for in case someone has similar issues. You know, maybe it's a trend, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's say we're just starting to touch. We're just starting to touch 28,000 there. About 100 miles up for our top of descent point. See if I can find that knob in the dark. I'm sure in real life you'd probably try to feel for it or something like that, but we can't feel anything. So I'll creep those, turn those back on, so it won't be too dark for you guys. I mean, just kind of, I don't know, between the Airbus and the 717, it's kind of comparing oranges and apples. But as far as the lighting is concerned, I don't know, that 717 has a little bit more of a softer type glow to it, which, you know, kind of appeals to me more. But I mean, the A320 is, I have no complaints. It's just not, you know, not to my taste, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's not accurate. I'm sure it's pretty freaking accurate. I mean, you just kind of look at the photos, and you know, depending on the floodlight setting, it's probably pretty freaking close, if not spot on. So, but I mean, yes, I mean, they're both equally good. So. Said 13,000 pounds, but I don't think. A flight plan calls for 13,000, but honestly, I don't think we're going to even burn half that, honestly. I digress. I think it was 14 I put in here. I don't think we're going to burn that much, though. Probably could have slipped away with 12, but then again, we didn't have the AP running along at all. Looks like I've been seeing some posts with X Aviation's MU2, the next 2011, rocking the 750 from Reality XP. Pretty freaking good, honestly. Pretty freaking good. Not going quite as fast as we were on the 717, going 0.78. I mean 0.70 versus 0.78 initially, but we're also running on a more conservative cost index as well, so that'll explain a lot. But shouldn't have any problems getting into Pensacola. I mean, it's like a 7,000 foot runway, so shouldn't have any problems at all. I was kind of worried. I'm like, Lord, I don't even know if there's a gate there because I got default scenery. I mean, I don't even know there's a bloody gate, but I guess we'll find out here shortly. And again, I won't be able to find that out. Wouldn't be able to find that out. One thing kind of off topic, you know, for the longest, me personally, I kind of prefer the ARC format for your navigation display, but Rose mode really helps regarding when it comes to situational awareness in the terminal area, like, you know, especially if you got, you know, tight turns, things like that. Typical, hey, buzz going. Tight turns, things like that. You know, departing the runway, you got like immediate turn to wherever. You know, I found that really does help. You know, as far as, you know, your spatial awareness, I guess would be a better way of describing it. And ever since then, you know, it's kind of dawned on me. It's like, you know, it's kind of interesting there versus, you know, regular map mode. Typical player. Hey, bud, how's it going, man? Thanks for swinging by. All right, we're about 60 miles from our top of descent, heading into Pensacola, Florida. And I'll probably wait. I'll wait a little bit, and then I'll grab some weather once we get closer. But yeah, I mean, it's fairly. I mean, this is normal operations here. I mean, everything, as you can see, everything dark on the overhead panel. I mean, this is just normal. I mean, you know, some could argue the Airbus is probably one of the more uneventful one of the more, I guess, less entertaining aircraft to operate. But then again, I mean, it's kind of designed for, you know, high efficiency, high cycle operation. So, you know, everything's set up, everything's dark. Yep, you know, you're good to go. You're not really second guessing yourself, and you can, you know, you can go do your thing and not have to worry about, you know, what is this, you know, what's the, you know, what's the temps? Do I need to make sure, you know, there's window heat on or pitot heat on, whatever, you know, everything is kind of automatic, so it makes life much easier. Much easier. Let's see here. Check the conditioning, 75. I don't know, I guess. That just seems miserable to me. 75 degrees, that's just, I don't know. That just seems mighty warm for having, you know, 100 and some odd souls on board. But I think I believe the temperature is controlled or can be controlled in the back, so I don't even know if we have. Oh no, it's changing. Trying to change. I didn't know if we had controls up front. Control up front this particular phase of flight. I know when you're on approach, you'll get like a little notification like, you know, cabin temp. You know, basically a cabin temp can be only changed from up front only. But, you know, I don't know if that, depending on, you know, I don't know if that's because the, you know, it goes in some kind of different bleed configuration, you know, on approach, and it just changes, it just completely disables the cabin temp and the passenger cabin temp controls in the passenger cabin, or what. I'm sure it does, and it's just, you know, since it's when it's on approach, hey, I need, you know, as much bleed air as possible. You don't want, you know, the attendants in the back to make any changes that will require, you know, an additional load in the packs. And yeah, so I mean, I get that. I get that. Thinking about it, kind of talking about it, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. 70. I want it that cool. Try to catch 72, but whatever. That'll be alright. They'll live. They will live. Trying to get myself reoriented there. There we go. Much better. Alright. I'm pretty close to our descent point here, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, should be intercepting probably 2,800 feet, so like 2870 or something like that. We'll go ahead and just put 20. There we go. Like probably about 15 prop page. Port. Yeah, so we're not, yeah, 110 miles, we're not far at all. Leave this on performance, that way we can select our approach mode when we get ready. A little weather there, a little echo. There's supposed to be some rain moving in tomorrow, I think. It was I guess this is where turning on the floods would help a lot. There we go. I guess that does help a little bit. It's like almost there. And basically, we'll just click the altitude selector button. And let's see, there. And we'll go ahead and select it there, just like that. And she'll start rolling back. Rolling back the engines there. Add the set notification here. And we're beginning our descent. And once we get about 18,000 feet, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and request some updated weather. And that way we can get everything programmed up on our flight management computer. Alright, looks like we're at 23,000. Sending in about 1,700 foot per minute. I might speed that up just a little bit. Only reason why I say that I want to be nice and set up right around my base leg there. What we'll probably do here, we'll probably go ahead and dive into vertical speed mode. Increase that. There we go, about 2,300 foot per minute, just like that. And kind of monitor your speed. It's going to creep up, and that's fine. I'll just kind of dial in some spoiler there to help us out. I don't mind picking up a little bit, just don't want to gain too much. Once we get to 10,000, I want to make sure we're under 250. And while that's cooking, we'll go ahead and request some updated weather and weather request. Can I resend that? All right, company message. Oh no, hold on, timestamped. There we go. All right. Oh, wind's died down a lot. Awesome. Looks like that ceiling lifted up a little bit, so shouldn't be too bad getting into there. That's our altimeter setting. We'll keep that available because we're going to need it here in a minute. Don't need that. that in. And we'll go ahead and turn on our fasten seatbelt signs. Let me check the TAF and see if there's any rain. TAF available. Oh yeah. Yes. Alright, so there was some rain there earlier, so I'm just we can say it's safe to say that braking action might be degraded, so we'll go ahead and plan for medium auto brake. Dial in a little more spoiler. She's probably not going to want to give me 2,300 feet per minute below 250 knots right now, so go ahead and dial her back. Yes, I know. I'll go ahead and turn on speed brake. Around 11,000 feet. Let's go ahead and shuttle that up. I'm gonna have to get some. Speed brake in. I'm gonna go ahead and take over the speed there and dial in 240. And while we're doing that, go ahead and activate the approach phase, pull up our weather info, and let's see, our QNH is 30.14. Put that in there. Temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Dial that in there. Winds are 04070 at 4 knots. In there, we'll do decision altitude. I don't have the plate in front of me, but we'll go ahead and just say 500 feet. Your decision altitude, go, no go. And got that lined out right there. Alright, looks like we're just at 250. Woo! I know she's gonna complain that her speed brake is out, but we need it. Alright, now we can go ahead and stow her. In fact, I'll go ahead and shallow up our descent to about 1,500 foot per minute. That should line us out right there. And we'll go ahead and turn on our landing lights. We'll go ahead and slow her to about 200 knots. It's going to be a pretty sharp turn there, so. Not afraid to use those spoilers when we need them. Go ahead and get down, get that speed down as much as we can. And 20 miles out. All right, go ahead and bring the speed brake in. And go ahead and start our auto brake. Already got our ground spoilers armed. And let's go ahead and turn on our localizer. We do have DME, so we're 24 miles out from the runway there. Zoom in a little bit. The goal is to try to be around 180, 175 when we make this turn. We try not to want to carry enough energy to where, you know, you're not trying to turn with like a 10, 15 degrees nose up attitude, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to carry too much in to where you're overshooting like crazy. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reduce her to 180. And we'll go ahead and throw in some flaps. Might be able to ride flaps 2 right now. Here we go. We'll roll flaps 2 right now. And what we'll do, we'll probably jump into heading mode just to shallow out that intercept, so it won't be so bloody aggressive. Probably do that here shortly. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into heading mode. And go ahead and arm our approach mode there. Like we're in the clouds right now. change your heading to like 240. Slide this to our ILS view there. See if we can snag a quick clean view for you. Like she's accepted the ILS. Looks like she just caught the localizer right there. Alright, so yeah, not a bad turn there. Nice 5-degree pitch attitude. It looks like she'll catch it nicely. There we go. So she's capturing it nicely. Money. Perfect. Alrighty. Now we're just waiting for that glide slope there. And we're about 16 miles out, so we're good. I'll go ahead and turn on our localizer there. Localizer marker, so we can hear our marker beacons there through our audio panel. So right now, basically what we're doing is now we have horizontal guidance from the localizer. Right now what we're doing, we're just waiting for vertical guidance there. So right now, as we're getting closer to the runway environment, this will slowly start to come down. And what we'll do, we'll just intercept the glide path. And it looks like she's coming alive right there. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and bring her down to about buck 70. And then as that's lining out, we'll go ahead and let that speed line out there. Of course, your pitch attitude is going to come up just a little bit to maintain that altitude of 2,800 feet. A bit. Or shortly we'll be capturing that glide slope, so we'll go ahead and bring the gear down and start working that speed back. Alright, so it looks like it's intersecting the glide slope there. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and call out for gear down and flaps 3. And we'll bring her down to buck 60. Alright. So you got the cabin ready indication. Runway in sight. Go ahead and reduce that to start reducing to 137. Stabilize the approach. Let's see, you got to be at 137. Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and take over. Yep, she's gonna yell at me. I know. A little bit of a crosswind, not much though. I'm keeping in mind we only got 7,000 foot of runway, so I'm gonna try to make use of it as much as we can. Continue. All right, reverse is engaged. All right, reverse lights out. You're gonna let me, you're gonna let me. Nah, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. We'll exit the taxiway eventually. Bit of an aggressive angle. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn those brake fans on because I know it's gonna be a wee warm. Okay, now let's see. Clean this thing up. Out. Okay. There we go. Not the widest of areas there. Then again, it's probably the operator as well. I'm sure it's mostly the operator. Alright, so got the APU going. We'll go ahead and turn on the bleed air. And turn off that number 1. We don't need it. Off. And I'll go ahead and turn on the dome lights there. Probably hear that. A little bit of the PTU in the background. Power up just a little bit. Alrighty. Parking brakes on. Go ahead and turn that guy off there. Some lights bright. Speed line off. Taxi light off. Seatbelt signs on. Okay. GPU chocks on. Go ahead and turn off the parking brake there. And let's go ahead and turn on the external power. Don't need the bleeds anymore for tonight. Off the APU. That guy on off, and fuel pumps off. Like the gate is attached. And turn those guys on. Get GSX going. D-board. Delta. And I'm waiting for the door notification. Ready for the door. Yep. Alright, open the door. Bam. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. finally, we made it. Didn't think we were gonna make it, but we made it. This was initially supposed to be a 717 stream. Unfortunately, it turned into an Airbus A320 stream. Hopefully, that 1.1 patch will solve that CTD issue, and we'll get that. And at that point, we'll be able to get some more content up on the 717. But until then, guys, you know, like I said, you know, as long as you're flying, that's all that matters. And like I said, look for some more content for me here in the next couple of weeks. And until then, guys, you guys have an awesome holiday and take care of yourselves and each other.